Welcome to RNL Marketing Solutions. While we do create beautiful websites and graphics for our customers, our main objective is to help you grow your business by using the power of the internet to market your business effectively. In other words, rather than just creating a good website, we make sure the website is going to bring people to your door. Now, you've probably heard about different types of applications: Facebook, search engine optimization, link building, backlinking, domain names, MySpace, pay-per-click, Twitter, Foursquare, Blogger, YouTube, Vimeo, email systems, newsletter campaigns, spamming, etc., etc., etc. The question is, what does it all mean? What can I do with all of these different programs and different applications? And how can I use these to help me grow my business? And that's what we're going to talk about a little today. Now, let's take a look at some of the major players in the industry today. When you take a look at websites like Google, Wikipedia, YouTube, Twitter, etc., you really start to appreciate the power of internet marketing. In other words, Facebook was started in 2004, which is about 7 years ago. YouTube was founded in 2005, which is just about 6 years ago, and Twitter was founded in 2006, which is only about 5 years ago. And yet these businesses are now billion-dollar businesses because the power the internet holds to help them market their business. You probably haven't seen a lot of Facebook billboards and Facebook ads in newsletters or Facebook ads in yellow pages or Facebook ads in newspapers and things like that, because Facebook has chosen to market themselves online, and pretty much 90%, if not 99%, online, and yet Facebook today is worth about $50 billion. Well, that's the power that the internet has for driving customers to your door and expanding that traffic and that customer base for you. Now, if we look at some of the online trends, we find that local search growth is at 58%. That means if there are a billion searches last year for local businesses, this year you're looking at 1.6 billion. 74% of people use search to find local business listings. In other words, people aren't just searching for generalized goods, they're searching for your company. If they do a search for something like Chicago restaurants and your website doesn't come up and you're in Chicago, guess what? The competitors' websites who are getting that search traffic are probably the ones who are going to get those new customers. I mean, when you think about it, how many new visitors come into Chicago each day? And how many of those go to the phone book versus how many of those go do a search on Google or Bing or Yahoo to find a Chicago-based restaurant? Well, if they search for Chicago restaurants and you are a Chicago restaurant and your website doesn't come up, guess what? You're not going to get that business. 80% report searching online for a product than purchasing offline. In other words, they're not just looking to shop and buy things online. You could be selling anything from auto parts to washing machines. Whatever it is that you're selling, chances are people are looking for washing machines in your area and then going to the store to buy them. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you want to just be online only if you're selling your washing machines online. In other words, some people are looking online to buy things online. Some people are looking online to come into a retail store and actually buy them from your store. 93% of people do not look past the first page of search results. You've probably been in the same boat. Let's say you're in Chicago and you do a search for Chicago restaurants. Well, perhaps what you're looking for is an Italian restaurant in Chicago. You do a search for Chicago restaurants and you see a bunch of seafood restaurants, you're thinking that's not what I'm looking for. So rather than sift through the next 20 pages of search results, chances are you're probably going to go in and do a search for Italian restaurants in Chicago instead. So it's important that your search optimized for the right reasons and to drive people to the right website, and that is your website. Now, the first thing you want to do when you're starting an online marketing campaign is you definitely want to get a website. You want the website to look professional. You want it to look good. You want people to look at that and say, hey, there's a company that I think I can trust because it looks like they've got a very nice looking, very well put together website. But also importantly, you want to make sure that that website is optimized. This is an example of a website that I created for a customer in Salt Lake City who wanted to be ranked for Salt Lake City painting contractors. Now, when I did this, I made sure that this website was built around the search terms Salt Lake City painting contractors, and behold, when you do a search in Google for Salt Lake City painting contractors, this website, mountainvalleypainting.com, comes up on the first page. Why? Because everything we did on that site said that this site is about Salt Lake City painting contractors. Next, you want to make sure you keep your website current. The websites need to be updated in order to stay on that first page of Google. Google, being Yahoo, these different search engines don't like to see content that's very, very old and outdated. Maybe politics, for example. What's going to come up are all of the political things that are happening in the government right now today, not 2 months ago, unless you sift through those web pages going back through looking for older content. So keep your website updated, and it will help keep you on that first page of Google or that first page of Bing, Yahoo, etc. Now, one thing about our sites is they're very easy to update, and we can show you how to do that later. Next, you want to brand your business properly. Don't hide behind some other provider like Yahoo or AOL. Here's a couple of cards there's a card that I found, and even if they had a website, you can see that their actual email has AOL.com behind it. Well, if they had a website, then you would want to make sure that that website was on there. In other words, you can find me by emailing rob@rlmarketingsolutions.com because I own the website rlmarketingsolutions.com. Don't make the mistake of having something like rlmarketingsolutions.com and then setting up your card to say email me at rob@aol.com. That's kind of a waste. It doesn't brand your company very well. Second of all, if you happen to put up a new billboard or a sign in your door or an advertisement in the Yellow Pages or newspaper, make sure your website is on that so people can go there and get more information. The picture on the bottom of this slide shows Specs Optical. These folks created a very nice looking website, but they didn't put it on the billboard, they put the phone number. So when people drive past this, they see Specs Optical and then they see a phone number, but they don't see their website where they can get more information. Not only is it harder to remember a phone number than it is to remember a website name, but people are more likely to go online than to make a call in the first place. So get your website on those newspaper ads, those Yellow Page ads, those billboards, wherever you can get your website. You want to make sure you put it on there, put it on your card, etc. Step 3, customer acquisition. Put special offers on your site. Use the search engine marketing like Google, Bing, Yahoo, YouTube, Twitter, Foursquare, Facebook. Social media giants like give real-time updates. You can put recorded videos. You can build social networks. You can do live seminars online. You can give group discounts with companies like Groupon. These different types of programs can help you grow your business and bring customers into your business. The next thing is you want to retain those customers. Keep them informed using things like newsletter systems. If you have a lot of employees or a lot of customers that come into your place of business, get them signed up with a little email marketing campaign. In other words, give them a newsletter, some place that they can get monthly updates about what's new in your store, what new offerings you have, what new specials you have, etc. And then add revenue by offering discounts to those existing customers, because it costs a lot less to sell to existing customers than it does to go out and find new customers. So set them up on a good newsletter system where you can keep them informed and give them specials and offers. Quick response tags are really neat, and they're a very new technology, but they have such amazing results. If you look at the QR tag on the bottom of this slide, you can actually use your phone, your smartphone, like a Droid or an iPhone, and you can take a picture of this and it will link them to whatever you want that QR tag to link them to. In this case, if you take a picture with a QR reader using your phone, it's going to take you to my website. But you could use this same QR tag on things like menus. That way, when they have a menu of your pizza place or Chinese restaurant, they can put that menu up on their refrigerator and they can take a picture of that QR tag and each week get an updated example of what your weekly special is. So that way, a menu that would normally just go on the door can now go on the refrigerator and be used to create something that's dynamic. I love it because it takes something that's usually static, like a menu, and makes it dynamic to where they can take a photo and get different results each time. Now, another thing that you want to keep in mind are how many people are now looking online using their mobile phones. In other words, there were about 1 billion local searches back in 2009, but by 2012, there will be about 3.4 billion searches for local companies using mobile phones. As a matter of fact, more people are now accessing the internet on their phone than they are at home. Keep that in mind as you build your website. Make sure that your websites work with those mobile phones because the majority of people are using their phones to search online rather than using their home computers. You want to make sure you keep that in mind. There are different types of mobile phone applications. There are mobile-based based sites. There are mobile landing pages. There are dedicated mobile sites. You just want to make sure that you create yours in a way that's easier for people to understand, easier for people to read, easier for people to follow, because that's how a lot of people are using their phones today. This smartphone application right here is a WordPress application. Did you know with this application you can actually update your website using your telephone? In other words, if you have a good idea or a special that you want to offer, you can go right in through your phone. You can update your website these days right through your telephone. You don't need to launch a big program like Dreamweaver or FrontPage or ColdFusion or ASP.NET or Visual Basic. You just bring up your iPhone. You type in what you want it to say, you hit send, and boom, you've just automatically updated your web page from your phone anywhere in the country, anywhere you have access to the internet through your phone. I love that application. This is a neat function that's coming out. I've seen these in windows around the country. Basically, it turns your storefront window into a touchscreen. People can walk by your window and sort through and look at new specials, new clothing lines. They can look through real estate, property for sale, etc., right through their window using these touchscreens and internet technologies put together to make something very, very creative. A lot of great things coming down the road when it comes to internet. We want to help you get online. We want to help you build a website. We want to help you set up your email and newsletter marketing system, use the social media marketing the way it's intended to be used, and help you grow your business. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call. Call the number on the bottom of this page or at the top of this page. I have them in both places. We'll be glad to assist you if you have any questions, or if you want a free consultation where we can come to your business or call you over the telephone and tell you exactly what you need to do to help your website be better and drive more customers to your door, give us a call. We'll be glad to set that up.